want to go rock hunting. We may have to come up with an alternative. Apart from being embarrassing because it's so messy, the rock room has treasures here that I maybe have forgotten about. So we're going to go ahead and do some rock hunting right here. This box is just some random like ends and pieces and things that I've purchased. Some stuff I got in Tucson, some stuff I've purchased from Highland Park Lapidary. It's just a total jumble of things. And so what that means is that I don't necessarily remember what's in here. This, I believe, is a piece of fancy jasper. And this is really a beautiful piece. We'll take that one, cut it up, see what it is inside. I love jasper. Look, there I am. This one is a piece of green tree, and again, something that I have had. I got this one already cut. I think this was in a box that came from Highland Park, and so I'm going to go ahead and take some slabs off of this one, see if we can find something awesome about it. Ooh, look at the pretty sparkles. Yeah, it doesn't get any prettier than this. Look at that blue with the dark green. That's gorgeous. This is interesting. I don't even know for sure what this is. Some kind of agate. But we'll cut it, and maybe it'll be easier to identify. I picked this up in Tucson in 2023, and it was in a bin with stuff marked Red Lightning, and I picked this one out because it was so different from the rest of the stuff in the bin, but I really like it. This is fun. This is a piece of probably ammonite because it's so large. Ammonites were, this is a segment of it, and ammonites were these huge kind of nautilus type creatures way back when. And so I found this on the river one time, so that's part of our rock hunting journey. This is cool. This is a piece of, it's a limb cast from the Blue Forest in Wyoming. And I'm not going to cut this one, but I am going to polish the ends so that we can see how pretty it is. Here's a piece of coral, Syringapora coral, that I found on the Yellowstone River. I think I liked this one especially because it had the red on the end. So we want to try to figure out how to cut this to the best advantage. Well, this isn't a great piece of coral, but I think that the red combination with the kind of tan might make some nice pieces. Okay, moving on to another box. Oh, this is cool. This is some stromatolite. Again, this is something I found on the river. Stromatolite is a bacterial mat, kind of algae that grows and swirls after layers and layers, and then it gets moved around. And you can find this quite a bit on the Yellowstone. Wow, this is really pretty. Howardite? I got this youngite from Highland Park Lapidary. I really like it. And it just has some pretty cool patterns in it. I'm actually going to make a live edge cabochon out of it because I have a Discord group that's doing a live edge cabochon contest, and so I'm going to give it a try. Rock hounding in my boxes is a lot faster than going to the Yellowstone. This is some kind of agate. I can't remember. Maybe Laguna? We'll have to cut that one to find out because I'm just not sure. This sure is a blobby agate. It doesn't really have any windows on it either, so I'm not sure what to think as far as cutting it. Yeah, that turned out pretty nicely. I'm pretty sure this is a Mozambique agate. Here's a piece of island agate. This is pretty obvious what it's going to look like, but I'm going to cut this because I'm doing a rock show later in March, and I want to have some good specimens to bring along. I think, well, I was going to say I think this is a Gambiri or an Alamejo agate, but I just don't know. The skin isn't right. We'll cut it, find out for sure. This is another piece that I'm just not really sure what it is. Some kind of agate. That's brilliant, Kate. It is some kind of agate, but it has quartz crystals growing in, and I like this dark center. So I might actually finish. It broke off too soon there, so I might actually finish cutting that and polish this face just because I like that look. Anybody knows what this is? Drop a comment. No question what these are. This is Idaho Sunset, and I bought this. They only mine this 2 weeks out of the year, and I bought it directly from the mine. And some of the pieces I actually bought from Highland Park Lapidary, but the other pieces I bought directly from the mine, and I just love this stuff. It's so pretty. The problem with the mine runs, of course, is that they run out very quickly if they only mine 2 weeks out of the year. So you got to get them while they're hot. Let's cut this one and make a nice cabochon out of it. I am absolutely in love with this Idaho Sunset material. It's just so cool, and every piece is different. This, I believe, is a piece of African rhodonite. I'll cut that because I'm not absolutely positive, but I think that's what it is. Color's right. The oxidation is not as dark as I would expect for rhodonite, so that's why I'm a little unsure, but we'll cut it and find out. Wow, that's really interesting. Look at, there's orange in there. Wonder where that came from. Gorgeous. Oh, this is just wild. Never seen orange rhodonite before. Okay, there's some here that is not hard to identify. This stuff I have actually labeled because I started trying to be organized and then it kind of all went away. Anyway, this stuff is called chopstick agate, and it's just kind of meh looking on the outside, but we're going to cut it and I'm going to show you why I like it. I bought this stuff from Richardson's Rock Ranch, and this is called Apple Valley Seam Agate. It's from Morocco, which is funny because Apple Valley doesn't sound like it should be from Morocco, but we're going to take this one and cut it up, see what it looks like. Boy, that's kind of cool. It looks like a lava flow with some smoke and steam coming off of it. Not even sure what these are. Better cut it open, figure it out. I have a bag of these, and they just kind of turned out not all that interesting inside. I'm just not sure what they are. I like the purple, though. Okay, there's some here that is not hard to identify. This stuff I have actually labeled because I started trying to be organized and then it kind of all went away. Anyway, this stuff is called chopstick agate, and it's just kind of meh looking on the outside, but we're going to cut it and I'm going to show you why I like it. Here's a little peek at the chopstick agate. I had some trouble with my saw, so I only have one of these. this, maybe this is Shatakite. Some of this stuff I bought so long ago I can't really remember, but the blues and the greens make me think maybe that's what it is. Look at how rich these colors are. That blue, holy cow. Shatakite is still the closest identification I have to this one, just because of the blues and the greens, but the Shatakite that I saw that I bought in Tucson was actually all blue. So if anybody knows for sure what this stuff is, please let me know in the comments, because I'm going to cut some up and use it as cabochons, and I'd like to be able to identify it properly. I have a lot of it. Oh, so pretty. Every single piece is gorgeous. This is a piece of stromatolite from Richardson's Rock Ranch. And I think I'm going to try cutting this one with the eyes showing, see if we can get some nice circles in that, circle patterns in there. I absolutely love this piece. That's going to make some really cool cabochons. Wish I'd picked up some more of this. My dear friend Rob from Michigan Rocks gave me this, and gave me some coral, and then this pudding stone from Michigan. I'm going to try cutting this pudding stone and see if we can get some nice slabs out of it. Can really see why this is called pudding stone. You can just picture the concoction made with fat and raisins and cranberries. Can't wait to cut this and see if I can make something pretty out of it. This is a Black Rock Desert Thunder Egg from my Secret Santa. Blobby. Let's give that one a try. Yeah, let's take a look and see what this looks like. Looks like a thunder egg. It's kind of cool. It has agate bands right in the middle of it. This box was a gift from a very lovely viewer, and we had a rock gathering a couple years ago, and he brought this all the way from Utah. This is Veracite. We're going to try cutting some of that because it's awfully pretty. Got quite a bit of petrified wood in here. Love that. We have, see this one. You see what it's looking like. Isn't that gorgeous? That red really blows me away. Oh, isn't that pretty? I think we'll stick with just the Veracite from this because we've got so many different things to cut. But these are just beautiful. This one might be coprolite. That's kind of fun. Love this color. Isn't that gorgeous? Well, we'll stick with the Veracite for now. Veracite looks an awful lot like turquoise. I think it's just as pretty. Look at those little veins in there. Isn't that cool? This is a piece of sodalite that is so dark. I just really am curious to see what it's going to look like slabbed. Sodalite is one of those materials that's just reliable to be gorgeous every single time. But I love the dark blue and the light blue combination on this one. That's really neat. These are some geodes that I don't even know where they came from. Well, I got them in Tucson, but I'm not sure what their origin is. But let's cut them open and see what they look like. This is another piece I got in Tucson that I'm just not sure. Maybe they're supposed to be some kind of geode, and this one just grew closed. But if they're supposed to be something else, I kind of got a dud. Here's a little extra because it was in the saw when I was cleaning out the slabs. This is a piece of purple passion, which is a kind of Mexican agate. Kind of rare these days. Isn't it pretty? That was fun. Almost as fun as going to the river. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Thanks for coming along. This is Kate from KatyDid. Keep on doing.